If you've been struggling to make money online, I'm going to reveal to you 5 incredibly powerful psychological principles you can deploy to get people desperate to buy from you. These 5 principles are proven in scientific studies time and time again, but not just that, I've deployed them in my own business and as well as shared that with hundreds of people from around the world, and we've all been seeing incredible results. Now you can see right here that inside of my back office is just one of the many affiliate programs I've promoted. I've been able to generate $83,375. And like I said, in this video, I'm going to literally get into these 5 different hacks that most people never understand. Okay. Now, I don't want to do much fluff. I want to get right into it. Now, this is not going to be very flashy, but if you apply these 5, you will see your sales and income dramatically increase. Okay, so these are the top 5 affiliate marketing methods you must use. Now, this is not just for affiliate marketing. You can use this with selling. You can use this in your relationships. Okay, if you want to improve your relationships, if you want to be more persuasive, obviously you want to have your best intent in mind, because these are very, very powerful tactics. The first one is when you go to sell, okay, you want to focus on selling benefits, not features. I see so many people go wrong, especially when they're just getting started with affiliate marketing or making sales online. What they're doing is they're going out there to the marketplace. They're going out there on Facebook and Instagram. And I'm going to share real examples on those social media sites in a second of me deploying these psychological principles. But they focus on selling features, right? Now, what is a feature? Well, imagine you're selling a health and fitness product, okay? And maybe it has 5 DVDs. It has, weights and rubber bands. Well, selling the features would be highlighting all of that stuff. When you join, when you buy, you're going to get, 5 high-tech bands. You're going to get, 6 CDs that are going to share, these 10 different things, right? It's all these features. It's what the actual thing is. No one really cares, right? What you want to focus on selling is the end result, the benefit. So, for example, in that health and fitness example, if you're promoting a product that helps people shed body fat, you want to talk about, hey, when you buy, you're going to be able to lose, 6 pounds in 7 days. You're going to be able to feel so sexy when you're walking down the beach and all these people are going to be, admiring you. You want to talk about the end result. After they buy, after they use the product, what will they experience? I do this in the make money online niche all the time. I mean, you can see, on my Instagram right here, I'm constantly showing like this right here, the infinity pool, right? And I'm talking about how, no Wi-Fi, right? But I'm subtly talking about like when you buy from me, if you want to spend time in beautiful exotic infinity pools from around the world, that's possible, right? So I'm always talking about the end result. I'm always talking about after you join me, you're going to be able to see your, email notifications lighting up with sales and money flooding in. I'm not talking about, hey, when you buy from me, you're going to get 5 different modules and all that stuff, because no one cares at the end of the day. Okay, so this is one of the first major things. If you just switch this, you will notice your money dramatically increase. Focus on selling benefits. Okay, now, by the way, before I continue, there's going to be a link directly below where you can actually get more information on all of this, as well as my #1 recommended thing to sell with these principles. But let's continue. So number 2 is you want to get people to imagine after joining or buying from you. So if you don't know how the human brain actually works, we think in pictures. Okay, so what does that mean? What I mean is when anytime you hear anyone say anything to you, you will imagine it, right? So for example, if I said, the other day I was driving in an incredibly beautiful red sports car. I was driving by this beautiful beach. You could see the white sand and the crystal clear blue water as I could hear the roaring engine of the car, feeling that powerful feeling, right? So if you're honest with yourself, you're getting images in your mind of me in a car next to a beach. Okay, so people are constantly thinking of images. Now, what you want to do is you want to, in your marketing, in your posts, if you post on Facebook, right? If you post on Instagram, wherever you're promoting, you want to actually paint images of people buying from you and being happy. Okay, so again, I do this a lot. I'll say, as you imagine yourself going down to the link below, deciding to join, deciding to buy, I'm not sure how excited you'll feel a month from now, looking back on this moment after making that decision. But as that money continues to flow in, as your relationships get stronger, as everything starts to get better in your life, I know we can both agree that that decision was worth it, right? Now notice I'm like way ahead of you buying, but you're already getting images of feeling good and making tons of money when you decide to join below, right? So again, you want to do that as well. You want to get people to imagine after you join. After you join and you start losing weight rapidly and you're walking, you know, and people are admiring you, friends are asking you how you did it, you know, stuff like that, right? Getting people to imagine it. Now, number three, okay, now this is where we're starting to get a little bit devious. Now, again, I caution you, I warn you, only use this for good, okay, because this is incredibly powerful, right? Now, I want to step back, right? You know, a lot of people, they get worried about this type of stuff, but understand it's just like electricity, right? Electricity is neutral, right? You can use electricity to cook food, or you can use electricity to cook a person, right? So it's not the tool that's the bad thing, it's your intention. So again, use this for good. Embedded commands. Now, what you have to understand is people have a conscious mind. Okay, your conscious mind is what is listening to my voice. Your conscious mind is what may be watching this screen. Your conscious mind is what may be aware of now your feet planted on the floor, right? But your unconscious now is aware of so many other things, right? Your unconscious mind is aware of beating your heart, is aware of, you know, the sounds outside. It's taking in so many more bits of information. So what you can do is you can actually give commands, you can give suggestions to someone's unconscious mind. And if you do it through repetition and it's good for the person and the person wants it, they will actually accept that command and they will act on it. Okay, so how do we use embedded commands? Well, it's embedded. Okay, so for example, if I wanted you to decide to buy, okay, or, you know, feel good, okay, I could say that. I could say, decide to buy from me, right? But most people are going to, because that's very direct, they're going to resist it. They're like, whoa, I'm not going to buy, you know, it's crazy. But, okay, if you actually embed that in a sentence, now we can actually start to use this. So for example, if I wanted someone, okay, to decide to buy from me, I could write this on a Facebook post, okay, and I do this a lot in my posts. I could do this in a, you know, Instagram, or I could do this in a video, right? Wherever you're marketing, in an email, you can use these embedded commands everywhere, any niche, anything you're doing. But let me give you an example. Let's say you wanted someone to decide to buy, right? And right there, that was an embedded command. I said decide to buy inside of a sentence. But I'll break it down, okay? So for example, let's say you want someone to decide to buy right now. Let's say you want someone to make a purchase, right? I'm doing embedded commands right now. What you would do is, again, you would say a sentence and then you would put that phrase somewhere. So let's say you wanted someone to give you $5. What you would say, you could tell a story, right? The other day I was talking to someone, and as they were listening to my voice, looking at the, you know, the screen, they decided to give me $5, right? So the give me $5 is the command, and I'm embedding that in a sentence. So again, it goes into the person's mind. If you do this a few more times in text and email, people will decide to buy, right? So that's the embedded command, incredibly powerful. I'll write out one more example. So for example, let's say the command is decide to buy. You could say, as you read this text, you may find yourself growing eager to decide to buy, right? The decide to buy is the command. And notice it's embedded, okay? We're putting it somewhere in the text. Negative commands, okay? The fourth out of the 5 powerful psychological principles. And by the way, if you're getting massive value, be sure to smash the like button. Also subscribe to the bell icon. I have way, way more strategies that other people don't want me to share with you, but I want to help. I want to help my friends. So number 4, negative commands. What is a negative command? Well, just like the embedded command is embedded into a sentence, a negative command is where you basically are going to tell someone not to do something, because your subconscious mind can't process a negative statement. So if I say, don't think of the color blue, you're going to think of the color blue. You have to think about what I said and then cancel it, but you still have to think about it. So, okay, we can use this to our advantage. So if I want someone to buy from me, and I say, I don't want you to buy from me right now. I don't want you to click the link under this YouTube video rush to my website, pull out your credit card and make a purchase because I want you to finish the rest of this video, right? So right there, I did the negative command. I basically told you not to go to the link below, not to pull out your credit card, not to feel great about all the money rushing into your bank account when you discover more secrets from me and my team, right? So again, we're saying not to do it. So how do you do this? Well, you could just come up with what you want someone to do. So for example, go to the link and buy, and then you just tell them, I don't want you to, okay? I don't want you to go to the link and buy right now because I want you to keep watching this powerful video, right? So go to the link and buy right now is the command, right? So again, you could use this. I could literally just take this and post this on, Facebook. Like I don't want you to like this post right now because I want you to watch, read the rest of the post or something like that, right? You start to get creative with it. And then the last principle is actually 5 and 1. And there's a very famous book called The Psychology of Persuasion. Robert Cialdini, he was a psychologist, and he basically studied how to convince people, right? What makes someone decide to buy? What makes someone go to a link, pull out their credit card, and make a purchase, right? What gets people to do that? And there's 5 main principles, okay? Reciprocity, commitment and consistency, liking, scarcity, authority, and social proof. And I'm going to breeze through these very quickly. I highly recommend that book. There's also videos on YouTube. But basically, reciprocity is this. When you give someone something, they feel compelled to return the favor. So that is a big reason why when you see people giving away a free PDF or a free video in exchange for an email address, the reason they're doing that is because of the reciprocity principle. If you give me your email, I'll give you a free video, right? So it's an equal exchange. Commitment and consistency, okay? This is incredibly powerful. Commitment and consistency is basically where if someone says something or writes something down that they're going to do something, they are way more likely to do it. Okay, there's a psychological pressure on them to follow through. So you can do this all the time. Again, let's say you're direct messaging people on Facebook. That's maybe part of your marketing strategy to sell. You can get someone to admit that they're going to do something. So for example, you could say, if I sent you a link, would you check it out? Right? Now, if they say yes and you send them the link, there's a massively higher chance that they're going to actually check out the link because they just agreed. So you want to get people to agree. I mean, you can do this in your relationships. I do this a lot, right? I'll say, do you like really amazing movies? Yes. Great. Let's go to the movies. Right? So now it's very hard for them to say, oh, I don't want to go to the movie because they just agreed. Right? Liking. So what this is that people buy from people they like, okay? So you want to get people to like you. How do you get people to like you? People like people that are similar. So if you show that you're similar, like for example, if I talk about a story that, my dream was to just be able to travel the world or relax on my favorite ideal vacation spot and still have money coming in with almost no work at all. If I talk about that, a lot of people watching this video are going to feel very similar to that. They're going to understand what I'm saying, and I'm going to get rapport, and they're going to like me. And so then when I recommend a product, because they like me, because you have maybe watched more than one of my videos, maybe you're resonating with what I'm saying, there's going to be a lot less resistance when you actually decide to buy. Now, I'm not telling you to go to the link right now and decide to buy. I'm not telling you to rush right now with a big smile on your face, pull out your credit card and buy, because I want to share the rest of these 5 psychological principles, right? Scarcity. Scarcity is where you basically talk about how there's limited spots, okay? So scarcity, people have a fear of missing out. So if you talk about, there's only 5 spots left, or, this thing's going away, there's a time limit, right? If you use scarcity, then basically you're going to dramatically increase how many people rush to make a purchase from you, right? Authority, okay, the second to last one, authority is where people tend to listen to people in positions of authority. So if you brand yourself, like for example, I branded myself pretty well on this Instagram as an authority when it comes to making money. I shared results, I shared testimonials, and I have some followers. So when I go ahead and tell people to go to my link, they don't question it as much because they can see that I'm an authority figure. Okay, so you can do certain things to build that authority. And then the last one is social proof. Social proof is one of the most powerful. Social proof is basically where people look to other people to decide on what they should do. Okay, so this is the reason why testimonials work. You're basically showing proof that other people have done it. So for example, when I show, this guy right here, Scott, quit his job thanks to joining me, right? When I show, Leon right here getting hundreds of dollars coming in very easily when he decided to work with me. When I talk about this guy, right here, getting daily deposits, this guy right here, 5 sales a day thanks to what I shared. So when I share this proof, this social proof, these testimonials, people are going to be like, okay, like if I join him, I'll probably get results too, right? So these are the 5. Watch this video over and over. These are incredibly powerful. I do them in every single thing I do. It's just mind-blowing how powerful, and most people have no idea. Most people may know the first one, but the embedded commands, the negative command, all that stuff, people don't even realize, right? They don't even understand it. So if you got value, and again, you want to go further, you want to discover, if you haven't already found yourself, click in the link below. Be sure you do that. Again, there's very limited spots, right? Everyone else from around the world have been going there, and you don't want to miss out. So yeah, do that. Like the video, subscribe for more, and I will see you on my next video.